the lunch table. She met up with her and she paid for her food, because that's the whole TikTok, is her like scanning her card. So now everyone's coming after Kyle. So that girl Kyle does a video and she's like, wait, I have to explain myself and why I would meet up with the wife and very public defender of a S predator. Okay. So she does this video. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I think she met up with her for the clout. Like, I think she met up with her because Brittany was willing to, and this lady thought, oh, the internet is going to love this. Well, the internet did not love this. They're trying to cancel this lady. Now everybody's pissed off. So this lady does a video and she's like, hey, I just want to explain why we went to lunch, because I'm getting death threats and Brittany's getting death threats. And I know it's not Brittany because I'll be talking. This is where it reminds me of the unknown caller thing. Brittany will be, which I think I got blocked because I commented that. Like, this feels a lot like the unknown caller documentary, but whatever. So she's like, I'll be talking to Brittany literally in real time and I'll get one of the death threats from a separate number. Have we not learned anything? Have we not learned anything? So she thought it was Brittany. She meets up with Brittany because she's like, listen, my death threats are coming in at the same time you and I are talking, so I know it can't be you. Well, I know how technology works, and I know that doesn't rule anyone out. That doesn't, clearly it's this lady's first day with a cell phone because she doesn't understand how any of this works. So she's like, Brittany and I have the same stalker. Oh, of course you do. It's Brittany. Duh. I could have told you that and saved you the $75 lunch bill. Of course you have the same stalker. It's her. Duh. So she met up with these people and now the internet is ablaze. They want to cancel this lady. They're like, we've had enough of her. How dare she? And it's really not a good look at all. So that's what happened. Like, other people in the true crime community are like appalled. They are like, we cannot believe her actions. We are so sorry. She does not, exactly. She's running into the fire. And I honestly feel like people get so blinded. Exactly. You can schedule a text and so much more. Like, technology is out of this world right now. You can do literally anything you want from this tiny little rectangle we carry around all day long. You can give yourself 4 new phone numbers if you want them. Like, you could do so many things, and I feel like her dendrites aren't firing. To quote a former coworker, her dendrites aren't connected. So she meets up with this girl because she's like, well, we have the same stalker and this needs to be taken seriously. So they go on this lunch date and they film this cutesy little TikTok. I think she wanted the exclusive. I think she wanted to get with Brittany first because she thought the public would be like, okay, this is what we've wanted. We've wanted to hear from her. Instead, everybody else is like, girl, this is not what we wanted. We literally wanted her to go away. Like, we want her page taken down. We want her to ride off into the sunset. And like, we just don't want to worry about this anymore because she's too far gone. But she's like, oh, I think that's what she was thinking. I'm going to give the people what they want. I'm going to have lunch with Brittany, get an exclusive, and give it to the people of TikTok. And that's not what we want. Not even a little bit. Now, I will say, I forgot to mention last week, Brittany Stapleton was a State Farm agent. She owned an office or whatever. So State Farm has taken their office back, which is pretty much the only good thing that's happened out of all this, is State Farm finally listened and took away, because it was shining a negative light onto the company, which, duh, of course it is, you know? So that's that. That's what happened there. And so the internet is in shambles about this. The internet cannot believe. Whenever I do this, I feel like that dog from the Never Ending Story. I don't remember his name, but like, just imagine these are my ears. Daddy and one of his friends. I know, exactly. And who better? Just like we saw in that mom documentary, no one ever thought it was the mom because she was so close to the center of the situation. Well, a few smart people did, but like, the average people never suspected the mom because she's so close. And how absurd would that be, you know? So maybe it's Ricky and his friends and on their jail tablets or something, you know? But they say Ricky has connections on the outside. So I got nothing to say about Ricky. It seems nice. Ricky seems like a great time. So anyways, yeah, can you believe that? Can you believe that? So not knowing anything about anything, that's crazy, right? That was a story that really enriched your life, don't you think? Liz Doyle Beauty and Life Enrichment. It's got a nice ring to it. So that's the story with that. That's what happened on the weekend, over the weekend on the internet, that has nothing to do with any of us people. So now you know. Now you know if you hear someone bring it up, which chances are I'll be the only person you ever hear bring it up. But if it does come up again, you'll know. Like, oh, you'll be able to participate in that conversation. Hey, Miss Lisa. All right, let's talk next about this situation in Utah. Now, y'all know how I feel about Utah. It ain't Utah. It ain't Metah. It's Utah. Good morning. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. So, it ain't Metah. It's Utah. You can have Utah. It's a beautiful place. I've seen pictures. I've been there. I love the Mormon community with all my heart. The normal ones, not the crazy ones. And I thought they were going to be my people. It turns out they tried to kill me. So I will never go back to Salt Lake City ever again. And it's not for me. It's not for me. One day I'll heal and I'll go back. It'll be like an Oprah special. Like, Liz returns to Utah. I can see it now. And then my face swells up again. I almost die again. So, my head is overflowing with useless. I know, same. That's why I'm on here sharing it with y'all.